Our bodies are made up of cells. Every part of our body has cells that are growing in a controlled fashion. And cancer is essentially a disease whereby these cells start to grow in an uncontrolled way, so they're growing quicker or they're not removed from the body in the way that they normally would be. When they grow together in a group, these can sometimes form what we would call a tumour, and that's essentially what a cancer is.
Cancer means change.
Cancer is having the rug pulled out from under your feet.
Probably something you never want to hear about is the simple answer for that.
In this video, we'll give you some basic information that you might have wanted to know when you first heard the words, "You have cancer."
We can cure a whole lot of cancers in 2022 that we could not cure before. And if we can't cure it, we can slow it down, where you actually get to go enjoy your family, work. It might not be as long as it was going to be at the get-go, but it'll still be a good life.
So you can get cancer from various different ways. Sometimes we're just predisposed and we can develop a cancer without anything affecting us. Other times you can get the cancer by an exposure, for example, to smoking, which can cause a cancer of the lung. So in some ways they are predictable, in other ways they're very unpredictable.
There are so many factors that influence why one cancer is worse than another. Some of the things that influence that are actually where the cancer started, also how advanced the cancer is when it's first diagnosed, and then there are things that are happening inside the tumour or the cancer itself that might change how aggressive the cancer is.
When the cancer's metastasised, it means it's moved from one place to another. So for example, it's moved from the bowel into the liver. Not all of the cancers spread. Quite often we'll pick them up early and we find them in one place, and then we can try and minimise that spread.
When I was told I got diagnosed with cancer, I had about 8 people in my room, mum and dad by my side, and just hearing the words, "You've got cancer," I just cried.
I think if you've just had a cancer diagnosis, you just have to be real with yourself and be compassionate to yourself, which is hard to do because you feel like you've got to have everything under control. You've got to know everything, and it's just impossible.
There is more information than any individual needs, but finding the right information at the right time is the challenge. I chose which parts I felt I needed to be more informed about and focused on those.
When you come to Peter Mac throughout your treatment, you will meet a large and diverse team of health professionals.
Our goal is to treat you as quickly and as safely as we can to get you back home, back with your family and your significant others, to make sure that we're a part of your life, but not taking over the entire part. So we'll really make sure that the right people will get you here, treat you, and get you home safely back to your community.
From diagnosis to treatment for my particular cancer, I saw a lot of allied health professionals. I had to have a radiation mask made. I had to meet with the dietitians, I had to meet with the dentists. You finally meet with your oncologists and the nurse navigator, but there are a range of people you meet with just to commence treatment.
You get referred into the hospital, and then a team of people, or known as a multidisciplinary team, will discuss your care. So that MDT, or a multidisciplinary team, are a group of professionals that will look at your complete care to make sure that we're giving you the right treatment and you're going to be treated in the right area of the hospital.
The more people we met, the more confident we were that we were in safe hands.
And I really love talking to those nurses. You know, they're very young and vibrant, and then it gives quite of a happy spirits, positive spirits.
Depending on your type of cancer, experts may offer you different treatment options.
Common modalities, or the ways that we treat cancer, may be chemotherapy. So it's a drug administered into the vein. Radiation therapy, so radiating the tumour itself, or surgery, other common modalities. The other areas around immunotherapy and clinical trials. So again, we're using different types of treatment to make sure we give you the best chance of recovery or curative treatment depending on the type of tumour we are treating.
The treatment for my kind of cancer is very standard. Radiotherapy with chemotherapy as well are complementary. So there aren't a lot of options. Having said that, it was well explained to me, so I understood why I was getting what I was getting.
I was offered chemo and radiation. I went to see different oncologists to get opinion because I want to make sure, I want to find the best treatment plan for me. And also, because my parents were in China as well, I also asked them to consult with Chinese cancer doctors. And another thing I really felt very grateful on my journey is my radiation oncologist.
First up was chemo straight away. Eventually I got told I needed a bone marrow transplant. Then I'd have to undergo intense chemo and radiation. They were the only two options for my treatment, yeah.
I'm not one to say it's been a gift. You've got a lot of time where you're sitting around having treatment. Maybe cancer was telling me I needed to pause and stop and connect to myself in a different way. So in that way, it has been a real opportunity for me to discover more about me.
My understanding of cancer now is that it's really the well-being and mental part that is often much bigger than the side effects. So yeah, my understanding has changed a lot.
We're really, really fortunate in Australia. Our cancer outcomes are one of the best in the world. The Peter Mac is one of the most leading edge centres in Australia. So we're very fortunate, but there's always every day a new discovery that's happening within this building to make sure that you have the best chance of recovery and treatment.
So my health is probably better than what it was before treatment, to be honest. I probably take care of myself better than I did prior.
After cancer treatment, you, your family and friends may need different kinds of support. There are many available here, including the Australian Cancer Survivorship Centre. It's our combination of clinicians and researchers that sets Peter Mac apart. As well as being a specialist treatment centre, Peter Mac is Australia's largest cancer research institute. We combine expertise to ensure patients get the best care available, but also the latest care science has to offer. We are all dedicated to providing better treatments, better care, and potential cures for cancer.
I'd say get prepared. It's a lonely journey. It's a tough journey, and it's not tough just for the patient, but also their carers. Get mentally prepared, and then good luck.
We will be with you throughout your time here at Peter Mac to listen, help, and support you.